How's the mix sound?
Fine. Hot. I get hot.
Really? Should I lower the main?
No, don't touch anything. Just
You know, it's up way past where you marked it. I don't know why.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Well, I
Let me pull it down. Hold on.
because I haven't been there. So yeah. That's
So maybe when
that.
maybe I bumped it. Let me do that again and
Let's see.
how does this sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. Okay. We have one viewer. All right, so let's see. Let me get this going. Don't need those. Don't need that. Oops. Hmm.
Come on, man.
Well, hello there. Anybody hurt? Welcome to another live broadcast coming to you from Atascadero and Truckee, California. I'm in Atascadero. Wes is in Truckee, remotely doing his thing. There he is in his hotel room. Say hi, Wes.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear myself, so it's different. I'm used to hearing myself in the headset, but I don't now, so...
Oh, that is weird.
Flying blind here.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, so Gail's working the message board. Wes is in Truckee pushing buttons remotely. It's a new thing for us. So if things go south, hey, that's the way it is. So anyway, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't show up, it just isn't any fun for us. So we need your interaction. We need you to get on the message board or get in the Zoom thing off the library. Go to the library and get into the Zoom meeting there. So, yeah, please do all that good stuff. So, here's what we've got in store for you today. So, we're going to talk about some guitars, of course, right? Guitar City. We're going to do a guitar feature on this guy, 1956 L4. And I'm going to talk about Heritage. Heritage has got a couple, not sales going on, but it's rare that they have a lot of backup inventory, or, you know, and when they say we've got some backups, you know, that might mean 2 or 3 guitars, you know, so it's like, but anyway, they sent me the list and I'm going to share that with you. Let's tell you what. Gee, Wes, are you able to do roll call?
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Here you are all equally worthless.
Okay, so let's see, Mike, or you can do it, huh? Can you?
Yeah, Mike Brandenberger's here. What's going on, Mike? He's in Dallas. Don's over in Maine. Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Jim Champlin down in Albuquerque. What's up, Jim? How's it going? Jimbo in Moore Park. That's Jim Rolfe. How's it going, Jim?
Jimmy Rolfe.
Tom Collins in Ojai. Hey, Tom.
I could go for a Tom Collins.
Guitar Poet 1. Sounds great to me, he said. Lachlan's here. He's snowing in Colorado right now. Nice. And then Rob's in Newberry Park. And that's about, here we go. Arthur in Texas. What's up, Arthur? 54 Lefty. Butch. Hey, Butch. How's it going, man?
Hey, Butch.
He's in Washington. Kirby's down in SoCal. What's up, Kirby? Good to see you. And then, yeah, Jerry, too. He's can't seem to connect on Zoom at the time. Snow. And, Piercing 54. Hi, Gail. I have a question about the monthly membership. Will the membership allow access to the old audio courses produced in the 90s?
That's a good question. I don't know if they're on there. I don't think they are.
Which ones are you talking about specifically? Maybe we could pin them down for you. So if you could write that in the comments, that'd be great. Piercing 54. Thanks.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah, you know, when the snow gets into your computer, it makes it hard to connect. Let's see. Jump into Zoom. Okay, where was that? I saw a question or a comment here, and I forgot where it is. Hey, Rob, I tell you, I've been enjoying your amplifier, buddy. I think it gets a sweet sound. But it does overload quite easily. But I've been getting used to that sound, and it's like, wow, I kind of miss that when I'm playing some other things. So, anyway, so that's the story. That's what we're going to be getting into. Frank, hey, Frank, also can't join the Zoom. I wonder what's going on with that. Oh, well, the show must go on. Wes will try to figure it out.
Oh. Whoops.
Whoops.
Hold on. I'm going to fix it right now.
You know, it's a real drag when your dentist goes, oops. I have a friend, Tim Patchen. He had eye surgery, and the doctor kept going, oops, oops. And afterwards, he said, Doc, you can't keep doing that. It's like, I'm like, because he was awake at it, and it's like, you can't keep saying whoops. That's scary.
Oh my gosh. I totally just screwed this all up. Stand by.
Okay.
Keep going. You're going to have to work on your own for a bit.
Okay.
A second.
I can do that. All right. So, hey, you know what? Last night we went and saw the movie Michael about Michael Jackson. What a movie. That was, it was fantastic. And Gail and I were both like, wow, this is amazing. First, my daughter Natalie and her little boy went to see it, and her husband, and they said, man, this is just fantastic movie. And so we went last night and saw it. Holy cow, it is a fantastic movie. What a guy. It starts in the very beginning, and then it ended like at the Dodger Stadium concert around that period. Actually, one in London when he finally didn't tour anymore with the Jackson 5. And I think it was Jackson 4 at that point. But, man, the concert footage is just unbelievable. Now, come to find out, the star of the show, as Michael in the later years, is Jafar Jackson, who is Michael's nephew, the son of Jermaine Jackson. And this guy, he looked like him and could dance like him, and it was just unbelievable. You got to go see it. You'll have a blast. It's a wonderful show. You'd really dig it. So if you get a chance, go see that movie. Now, apparently they're going to have a continuation because, and it says, and his story continues. So, but what a sweet guy during, he's got that child thing hanging over his head, but before that, what a sweet guy, and just sang his ass off, unbelievable, and danced. Well, we all know that, but man, the concert, I just can't talk enough about how good it was. If you get a chance, go see it. Holy cow! So, it looks like you got Jerry in the Zoom chat. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Rich.
There he is.
How you doing?
Well,
Good.
We'll find out. We're finding out.
How much snow do you got so far?
I think we probably got 6 or 7 inches. I had to go outside and keep the snow off many trees this morning, just because they were it was heavy snow. So yeah, it'll be gone tomorrow. They'll be playing golf and everything else. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yep.
Hey, Garrett, how you been? There's
Good.
Garrett, you're not working on your art today?
Yeah.
You work on guitar and then art. But it's rough.
My life.
That's your life. Yeah. Well, great. Thanks for joining us, Garrett. Garrett's going to be at the workshop, and he's been there several times. What guitar are you going to bring, Garrett?
Probably the one you sold me.
The Pisano? Or no, that's the, what is that one? The 49, right?
Yeah, let's see. It says T49V Amber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the 49. And it's good. That's got the bubble wrap imprint.
yeah, the bubble wrap imprint.
You can't even buy that if you wanted to.
No.
No,
You have to pay extra for that
Yeah,
anymore.
they wrapped the guitar a little too early, I think, when they shipped it, and it's got bubble wrap imprint in it. So, but it's a
Sounded
sweet
great. So,
sounding great guitar. Yeah.
yep.
Let's see. Michael's great. Got to see it. Let's see. Oh, so Jerry, you saw it? You saw the Michael movie?
Yes, I did. I thought it was fantastic. Oh, I mean, there's just so much talent. I really enjoyed it. When he was just a little. That was just mind-blowing. And oh, the other thing I did want to say was, since it wasn't really Michael Jackson in the box, after you got whatever thing, oh my gosh, it's such a job. Oh, wasn't he crazy good?
Oh yeah, crazy good.
Yeah.
Hi, Frank. Hey, is that Pete Farmer? That's Pete Farmer. There he is. That's what he looks like. There he is.
Yay.
But Pete, he doesn't get too much dirt under his fingernails. It's all sawdust nowadays. He's no longer a farmer. Nice to have you, Pete. Hey, does your mic work?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, sounds like it.
Oh, good.
Because I've got a question for you, and I was hoping you'd be on here.
Sure.
All right. So before we get into this guitar, I've got this 575 custom. I don't know what it's called, but it's got this custom core, I think, or it's got this headstock on it. Yeah. All right. So, and it's got the pickups, the P90 pickups. But Peter, this guitar, the box, just the plain old box of it, sounds so nice. Why?
We're working hard. We're doing good work over here, Rich. I told you.
I'm not. This is no joke. This is no joke. This guitar, and I get more compliments on this guitar. I just played a gig with it, and but the box, even acoustically, I don't know if anybody can hear this, but the box by itself just has got a deep throaty tone as compared to, and I've got a couple other 575s too. But why is this one better? You should know the answer to
They're
that.
all a little different. They all come from the same parents, but I always say some of them go to junior college, some of them go to university.
And some of them just go to work. Well, I'll tell you what, that's crazy because I got a message from Gerald, and Gerald said, "Hi, Rich. We have a few Archtops available. You might be interested." Okay, he's got a standard original Sunburst, custom core original Sunburst, custom core with a spruce top. Pete, you got anything to say about that one?
Yeah, in fact, when you and I talked a while ago, I told you I had a couple guitars coming through the pipe that I thought you might like.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the two I was talking about. I was talking about the 575 with the P90s and the spruce top 575. What I can tell you about the spruce top 575 is this. It only comes in one SKU, and that's natural,
Okay.
which means there's pretty good wood in those suckers.
Well, I've always wondered that because you don't take your prettiest piece of wood and paint it black.
It's an old interesting thing, Gibson has always put their better wood in the clearer guitars because you can cover up the defects of the Michigan maple with sunburst, where conversely Martin charges more for a sunburst guitar because it's more labor.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, so that spruce top, yeah, that's does that have humbuckers then?
It does, and it has the old style 175 bridge with the triple parallelograms. And you and I have talked before, I'm not very pleased with the Archtop tailpieces on the market. That's one of the Archtop tailpieces that I am fine with, sans the triple parallelogram. Well, hey, it is what it is.
Okay. And then it looks like you got some. Now is this? Wait a minute, Pete. Is this guitar a custom core or what is it?
Yeah, it's a custom core, Rich.
Okay,
It's got the block inlays and the the headstock there.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. And then let's see. Let me go over here. So you got a custom core with the P90s, just like this one, and then an Eagle Classic original Sunburst.
Yeah, we've got those. In fact, I think I have a couple of black guitars, and I think we have a couple of Eagles too.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, when you guys got extra guitars, like some people would say, oh, well, that means they got a couple hundred. You guys say it's more like 10, maybe.
Yeah, that's certainly not the case. We're finally caught up, I guess I should say, with the Archtops. We were backlogged probably 2 years. We're caught up now, and we're still making them. So hopefully we should have a few pretty available.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So anybody who wants one of these, give me a call and we'll get it. He sent this out to all the dealers, so who knows how long that'll last. All right, so Pete, when are we going to make the 17-inch solid maple top 550 one pickup movable bridge 25-inch? Say what?
I'm here for it. That's what I do.
Okay, that's what you.
I'd be more than happy to make that guitar.
Okay. Well, I guess I better initiate the build.
Yeah, you know some people.
Yeah, boy, do I. Well, that's great. Thanks for joining us, Pete. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you bet. I got to take off out of here too long, but yeah, I had to stop in and say hello. It's actually my first day back. I was in Dallas all weekend for the International Guitar Festival.
Oh, how'd that go?
Oh, it's always great. Jimmy Wallace, he's been doing that show some 45, 47 years, and it's it's top shelf, his team and everybody there. If you want to see real expensive guitars, it's the place to be.
I know. And a lot of performers. We've been there several times, but it was so loud in that auditorium where the things were that at the time when we were peddling our books and stuff, you'd have to get right into somebody's ear and just scream at them, and it's like, wow, this is.
Oh, it's not as bad as NAMM.
No, well, maybe not, but yeah, we don't do NAMM either. But yeah, and Jimmy's a great guy.
The best.
And you saw Ken Hans then?
Yeah, Ken Haas and I are very good friends. I ate most meals with him. He had Vernon Reed with him.
Oh, nice. Did you tell him I used his pickup?
I did mention it to him. I didn't mention you by name, but I said there was a formidable jazz player using his pickup. you got a kick out of it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that pickup sounds great. So, well, thanks, Pete. Thanks for joining us, and have a nice lunch.
No, yeah, I'm going home, Rich. It's Michigan. It's like 3:30 over here.
3:30. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's right. Yeah, is it snowing there?
No, heavens no, not yet.
We got to get out there. My grandson's in Indianapolis, and we were planning on taking a trip to see him, and then coming down to the plant, but it all fell through.
Yeah, that was a shame.
Well-
But you know the deal. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
Open the doors, even on the weekends for you, Rich.
Really? Oh, you hear that, guys? We could all truck on down there and just have a field day there.
You might have to buy me lunch.
Oh, no problem. No problem. McDonald's, hey, I'll get that.
All right, guys. Well, I am going to sign off, but maybe I'll tune in next week if I'm able.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, Rich, that's something you can certainly put on your promotional materials now. That you're formidable.
Yeah. Well, I was a has-been. Now I'm a formable. Yeah, cool. Aren't there so many great guitar players out there? Good God, it's nuts. Locke, nice to see you, buddy. And now Frank, you had scheduled a lesson. I'm sorry, it didn't get blocked out. We were out of town.
Yeah, no worries. I'm set up Friday with you, so it's all good. Just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Except, you know what? I don't know if anybody's ever had this problem. Somehow I spray my wrist, and I don't know how I did it. And this is about 3 weeks ago, and this has always been my fear, is your wrist. I think my fingers are screwed up enough, but when your wrist gets messed up,
It's no good.
it's no good. Yeah, it's painful, So, and I noticed it in my playing that it's like, oh man. So I've been trying to not play so much, and I haven't been going to the gym because you grab onto stuff, and you're holding tight, and so I haven't been doing that. And I used a brace, but it seems to not help. And so I think you just got to wait it out. But that's why we sold our bikes. Not that we ever rode them, but we're never gonna get rid of those bikes, because I don't want to fall down, and the end of story. Break your arm, break your wrist. Goodbye, you're done. At least for 6 months or so. So. Anyway, yeah, those kind of problems are a pain. Now, we do have a question for the day. Are you guys ready for this wonderful question?
Sure.
I'm going to give it to you now, and you can think about it as we move into the guitar feature on this. What size guitar do you prefer? Do you notice here in the back of me here, I've got a Kenny Burrell 18-inch. This is, see that little thing there? That's a 140. I don't even know what size that is, like 14. Here's a Golden Eagle 17. Here's a 16. I don't have a 15. And this L4 is a 15 as well. So I'm just wondering, if you've ever had the experience, or are you just locked into whatever you got there? But I'll tell you what, you approach them differently. So let me know what you prefer, 16 or 17 or 18 or 15. Which is it? Which shoe fits Cinderella the best?
What measurement is that on the guitar? That's
That's-
the body length?
The lower bout. Yeah, so right here. So, you know, on a 17-inch, so this is up a little bit like that. And so 18-inch, it's up like about that. You know, a 14-inch, it's down like that. You know, but on a smaller guitar, a lot of big guys for some reason like smaller guitars for a really weird reason. I think they like to just kind of smother it. But I've always said on a 17-inch, you don't play it, you write it. Now, even an 18, though, an 18 is a little different. It's 18, the neck is like, boom, right in your face. You know what I mean? And I know it sounds funny, even though you have a strap and all, but when you put it on your knee, I mean, it's right up there, and it's like, wow, that's kind of nice, you know? So I just wondered what you guys, what you think you prefer, as well as body depth. What do you prefer as far as body depth? Do you like the thinner? Do you like the fatter? Do you like the in-between? This porridge is too cold. This is too hot. So think about that as we do our guitar feature. Wes, let it rip.
Entire first part of this theme is literally just the D flat Lydian scale.
Thanks for the info. All right, so here, let me get the guitar. Gee, I ought to get it. Well, duh.
By the way, on that black one, is that a solid top, or is that a carved top, or is that a ply?
It's a solid carved maple top. But like I told Pete, man, I don't know why this son of a gun just sounds so good. And it's not just the pickups. But anyway, it's just, that's the way it is. It just sounds really, 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 I mean, really, really nice, man. It is, and you know, when it sounds good, it makes you want to play. It's nothing worse than, you know, you playing and you think, wow, this is great. And you come off the stand and somebody says, well, that guitar sure is tinny. And you're like,
Just what you want to hear.
oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. I mean, even my L5, Garrett, you were there last year at camp, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember? But I think the first night I played my L5 and that was okay. But then I played that one, that black one, and several guys came up and said, man, that thing sounds sweet. I don't, again, that, why?
So it's a piece of wood, and one tree to the next tree may have a different diet, you know, had more nutrients or more silica in the soil or something.
That's true. That's true. And it's this Michigan maple, you know?
When you sold me this 49,
Yeah.
I saw the little bubble wrap markings on it, and so you brought me a different one, and I played the other one, and this one sounded better.
Yep.
Even just acoustically, it just resonated better than the other one. So from guitar to guitar, it's so strange.
Yeah. Each guitar has its own voice, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've played some L5s that I didn't think sounded like worth anything. And then I've played some that are just like, wow, that's the sound. So, you know, it's, who knows? All right, but this is a 1956 L4. And I bought it just it was an acoustic guitar. It didn't have a pickup. So I had, and I've shown this before on the live stream, I had my friend in Luthier put put a hole in the top and tried to leave the braces intact as much as he could, and left room to put in a pickup. And, you know, come to find out that Wes Montgomery's guitar with the heart started off as an acoustic guitar that they put a pickup in. So I thought, wow, well, he got a pretty good sound, so why not get this? Now, when I got this, the neck was so chewed up, it was like speed bumps all over. So this is the one that I refinished the neck.
As in sanding it down?
Yeah, sanding it down, and then I sanded it down quite a bit, but I didn't want to do too much. So there is still some of the finished intact underneath that. But what a lot of guys do when they do that is they shoot the whole guitar with lacquer, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want that done. So the guitar is nice and light. It's a solid top, solid spruce top. Looks like it's got a couple of cracks. You see that up there by the F-hole? But it's really not a crack.
Dude, Rich, that guitar is absolutely perfect. I love that one, man.
Yeah, and the neck isn't too fat. It's got a 50s neck, but it's not too fat. Let me put on this. Here we are. Let's go Hendrix and amp. And so rosewood fretboard. The frets have been redone. Wait a minute. Hold on here. I mean, whoever did the fret job kind of left the... Maybe these are original frets. I can't believe they would be because they don't really show any wear unless they've been leveled. But you know how I feel about leveled frets. I don't like them when they take so much off. You pick up too much of the fretboard when you play it. But these aren't like that. So that is a Seymour Duncan not a Seymour Duncan, excuse me, a Schaller pickup. And then I ordered this. Do you remember I had a bridge and I put it in the oven? I mean, a tail pick guard, put it in the oven and and cooked it way too long. So I had to get another one. And that's this one. And the only thing, it's got, you know, a rod that goes into here. And I cut the rod just a hair too short. I mean, if you push on it, then it goes in there. So I need to fix that, I suppose. But yeah, stock tailpiece, stock bridge. And the tuners have been redone. The tuners on the old ones, you know, are just impossible to get in tune, and they're dirty and ugly. Whoa, where'd you go? So these are brand new tuners made to look old.
Yeah, they look vintage.
Yeah, they're Stu Mac. They're I forget the brand, but it's a relic tuner. You know, made to look old.
Just geared better.
Yeah, way better. Got way better gearing. So this guitar, I was doing the lesson the other day and I thought, holy crap, this thing sounds great. Especially down here. And the tone control is right here. Let's see. Yeah. And then here's the volume. Yeah. Here's what it sounds like acoustically. All right, so now we're going through the, this is just the quilter. Not the quilter, the Hendrickson. A formidable jazz guitar. Huh. And then here we are. Let's go direct. Ta-da! And let's go through Rob's amp. Rob's tube amp. Maybe it's a little hot going through there. It's got a lot of acoustic quality within the sound coming out of the jack. You know what I mean? Whoop, let me take this off. Shoot. All right. So we played charade. Let's play something else here. You know, one of the songs in the camp is going to be East of the Sun. And let's play that. Ay, ay, ay. Well, if I could find it, I can't seem to find it here. Hold on there.
Nelly?
Here we go. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me get out this music. Because, you know, you're supposed to have this stuff memorized, you know, when you come to camp. Right, Locke? And it'd be nice if the teacher...
I'm going to memorize it even though I'm missing camp this year.
Oh, that's
What?
right.
You're not going to be there?
No, I got my son's getting married. Oh, no, my 40th anniversary is that week.
Well, why don't you... maybe you could have a 40th some other time.
I could have displaced it to another day on any other year, but one that ends in a 0. Women seem to take that stuff pretty seriously for some reason.
Yeah, you know, well, I think we'll have a camp the next year. You can come to that one.
But I told Gail to keep my deposit and just use it for next year. Somebody suggested I should just bring my wife to Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you could renew your vows in the Koopman room.
Or out by the pond, out by the little lake.
You could do that. That would be fantastic. Why wouldn't you do that? You got those ducks out there.
I wasn't brave enough to float that idea past her, actually. Cheers.
Yeah,
Yes, memorize the tunes, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I was actually talking to Bruce Foreman when we were at Buellton, and I was telling him that I was surprised that people I'd studied with, even though we played lots of songs, but we always worked from music, and none of them really impressed upon me how important it was to like memorize the stuff. And so now, since I've been studying with you and some of your buddies, I've realized how important that is, and in the process of memorizing tunes, I've really come to understand how music is constructed and how things are similar. And you know, they tell you that the more you memorize, the easier it is. I found that is very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, once you start learning songs and memorizing them, then you go to another song and you're like, oh, I see this set of changes is like this other song, and they start to sort of make sense in a way that they never did before when I was just sort of reading them off a page.
Right. And you know, if you can memorize a tune in numbers, basically,
right,
like you know, Ted, but then you can see all the similarities. Like, you know, when we did our secondary dominant exercises, you know, worksheets and all that.
Right.
You start realizing that, okay, there's 5 secondary dominants, and that's about it. You know, in a lot of tunes, you know, they go through that. But, of course, there's other ones that completely modulate. But, yeah, it's really good exercise, good for you. And it tastes good, too. Sounds like the end of Laughing. Yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd went mild. All right. So, all right, what do we got here as far as what do people like? Let's go back. Let's get some reviews on this. Jim Chaplin, 16-inch. Tom Collins, I played 18-inch guitars for years, but my shoulder got tired of reaching over that 3.5-inch body. That's true. You know, you got to hold them this way. You got to hold them like this. Not like this. Not like a gun or a rifle. The fatter I get, the smaller the guitar gets. Good point, Butch. Yeah. You know, one good thing about the Hofner Jessica, it was like, you know, maybe inch and a half here, but back here was 5-inch deep. So you had a big volume box, and it was for the mature guitarist. You could get, you know, you got this big chunk of wood sitting off the back of you. But here it wasn't too bad.
Because wouldn't it change the how big it feels if you, like, for instance, Danielle says she's got a Godin Fifth Avenue thin line. So if that you have a 17-inch but it's a thin line, then would it feel more like a 16-inch? I guess because it's closer to your body, or you know, it's because the width of the body, the body depth seems like it would be that's a huge factor.
That is a big factor. Yeah. Because, you know, it's also the way you hold, you know, your wrist too. If the guitar is closer, your wrist is turned more. If it's out more, your wrist isn't as much. You know, like a classical guitar is what, 5 inches deep, something like that. And so your wrist isn't so cramped. You know, so many things to consider. Oh my God. Tom's.
I play a variety of sizes, and it to me, I like today. I grabbed the Johnny Smith. I've been playing a 16-inch, but today I felt like playing the Johnny Smith. And you're right. I mean, it's this and the Tal Farlow are thinner than, say, the L5. And I have another 17-inch that Luther made me, just like really thick, like 3.5 inches maybe. And that's a real reach to get around it. And that's where it starts to get kind of uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
And these thinner ones, the Tal Farlow and the Johnny Smith being thinner, even though they're 17-inch, it's a lot. It fits in a lot closer than say the L5 even, and feels more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, I think the thickness is almost more important than the bout width.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Well, I think that's true. Yeah, it's amazing. So an L5 is 3 3/8, and so Johnny Smith is 3 inches. So you're talking 3/8 of an inch difference. You know, it would be like if you played it without your shirt. Yeah.
I'll try that.
You might have a bigger audience.
Not on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it's a dilemma, man. It's a total dilemma. But yeah, you got and you got to experiment, and it does take an adjustment whenever you do. Playing a 16-inch for the last several years, and really like how I can tuck it in. Yeah, I get that feeling too. Like I kind of hang over it, which I don't necessarily like. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I like being able to, like I said, kind of ride it a little. But check this out. I think this is an interesting thing. Here is a 17 or the 18-inch. This is the Kenny Burrell, which I just, by the way, I've been doing a CD of Beatle tunes, and I just did the last one. I did Here, There, and Everywhere, and I did it on this guitar. And I thought, well, this thing is kind of cool. But I mean, look at how big this sucker is. It's like a lot of wood, and that's a lot of tree there. And this is a solid spruce top, solid maple sides and back. It's like,
I only played 17-inch. That's all I've ever had experience with, but I've always wanted to try to play an 18-inch though.
yeah.
I got long, lanky arms.
Yeah, well, like I said, this part is big, right? But you put it here on your knee, but I could put my nose on this where the fretboard is. The fretboard's so much closer. This is a combination of the going direct and the quilter. What's that sound? Hey, Wes, is that you? But yeah, you see how it doesn't. It seems like it's big, but really, if you were to play it like this, yeah, you're gonna end up with your shoulder in a sling. But if you play it like across your body like this, this is right here. It's like. Let me go with Rob's amp here a second. Isn't that a sweet sound there? So it's really comfortable, but it I remember it took a Super 400 to that Dallas guitar show that Pete Farmer was just talking about, and it fit in the overhead, which was, oh, thank God, you know. So, okay, now do you hear that? I mean, you hear how nice that sounds? And you think, wow, that much body, you would get more throaty, I think. But I don't think it's producing any more throaty than anything than other. Of course, it is spruce. I think maple sounds a little throatier. But check this out. Okay, so there's the big guy. Now let's get the little guy. Let's give the little guy a chance.
It's a little guy. Give me a chance here. I'm a little guy.
So this is the flower pot, or I don't know. It's a 1950 one, and I did one of the tunes on the Beatle thing. I had a different guitar for each tune, so I'll mark what it is, and so people can see what it sounds like. Now, they just started recently making this guitar, Benedetto, duplicating this guitar. But Does that sound good? Yeah. Yeah, so So, you can make these. This is a 22-inch scale.
I was just going to ask you that. So the neck is substantially different than a standard Gibson neck.
Yeah, it's for a little kid to learn how to play guitar. So, you put your little fingers there, but I don't see they have any problem with it.
He sounds pretty good.
There's some pictures of Tal Farlow playing something like this. I think he actually made the guitar himself. And Tal Farlow had enormous fingers, so he could probably fret the first and the 12th, So, scale length kind of matters. It's the angle and then the fret size and all that. Like this, playing this chord isn't too much easier than me playing it on any of these others. It's weird.
What's the neck width?
I think it's like 1.5.
1.5. Would you consider that a parlor guitar, or is that just something that's reserved for the acoustic guitars?
Well, that's interesting. That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't either.
It is like parlor size, isn't it? Kind of. Yeah. I don't have a parlor.
You just need to go to the parlor and.
Yeah, I don't have a parlor.
In the parlor.
Could be called the cat or the cat parlor.
Cat parlor.
Parlor cat.
Here, kitty.
With all those jazz cats out there.
Yeah.
The P90 sounds sweet.
I know. The guy, a friend of mine that I got this from, he hadn't played it in decades, and it's been just sitting in his house and not humidified or anything, and so everything the finish is terrible on the neck, and so he said, I plugged that thing in the other day. God darn it, that thing sounds really good. I said, yeah, well, don't keep playing it.
It kind of substantiates the theory of a pickup on a log for a guitar, right? Get a nice P90 on there and
yeah,
a little bit of resonance from the body, but yeah, it sounds good.
It's got that. You would think it would be super tinny and dark, or it just, but it's crazy stupid. So anyway, that goes back to the saying that every guitar has its own little voice, and they're not all the same, even within models, like Garrett was saying. So this is, Don, I noticed Don had said he didn't know the Johnny Smith was a little bit smaller than an L5. It's a little more comfortable. Plus, Don, it's got a steeper neck angle. So you think, what's with that? So the neck angle is a little steeper. So this nut would be over here a little bit, you know. So it's a steeper nut angle. If you notice on lock on your Johnny Smith, is your bridge up high? Does it have to be up high?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's a little higher than yeah. It's
Yeah.
dialed up there.
Yeah. So the bridge has to be higher because of the net angle. So you give more down pressure. You get more down pressure onto the bridge, and so supposedly it gives it more resonance and more.
I think I saw Don's comment, and it made me realize that not only is it a little thinner, as you said, I measured it. It's not a whole lot thinner, but it's a little thinner. But it's lighter because it's a solid spruce top rather than the carved maple, I guess, is what on an L5, right?
No,
So it's a lot lighter.
L5 is a solid spruce.
Also helps make you feel more comfortable.
L5 is solid spruce.
It's thicker, I think.
Well, it could be because a lot of those L5s, man, they have a thick top. It's like you could rip it off there and put it on your patio deck. Or you could build a skimboard out of it. You know, it's.
Yeah, I was surprised when I how thick it was, how thick the top was. I think I even asked somebody, it might have been you. I asked, are all L5s this thick? From the top that thick, and they said that was the case.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. So this is the Golden Eagle. Which is just like an Eagle standard without all the fancy stuff on it. But, okay, so you know that chord I was trying to do? Of course, it was down here. So this is 25.5-inch scale, and that one's 22. I can almost do it just as well there. So I don't know what's going on. It's weird. So many things to consider, I suppose. Now this has, it seems like weak pickups compared to, of course, this hasn't been restrung in a couple of years. He rode in from the west. Okay, Justin says he has a thin version of the 140. Is that right? A 1957. It's a great guitar. Let's see. Wait a minute. Chavez Edward. The last time that I looked, Gibson was making hollow bodies, but they were almost an exclusive custom shop. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big deal. Classical players put the guitar on their left leg. That's right. Yeah, they do it like that. Yes. That's why I quit school. I didn't want to play classical guitar.
Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
You know what that was?
Well, I think Bach wrote it first, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, maybe Bach got it from Jethro Tull.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah, those guys are old, man. Scott says, I just got the LaR LH700, which is a copy of the 20s L5. Beautiful guitar. Nice. Probably the Johnny Smith was tap tuned, taking more wood off the top for increased resonance. True. Probably so. Interesting, isn't it? How it all shakes out. So, I don't know. Does this sound any better than any of the others? It sure is easy to play. and then when you go to play in a band, some of them don't translate out well. You know what I mean? L5s sometimes don't sound so good with a band. You can't hear the nuances of the guitar because it's all masked by all the other stuff going on. Anyway, that's my take on things.
What do you do in that situation, Rich, when you're playing in a band? And because I sit in my room with my guitar in my amp, and it sounds a certain way that I want to hear, and I go out and play, and like 2/3 of that sound is gone. It disappears.
Yeah.
In a band setting, it's buried, I guess.
Yeah,
so what do you do?
The things you can put on your guitar so you can walk across the room to hear your amp. You know what I mean? What do they call those
wireless,
things?
Wireless system.
The wireless things. Boy, those are pretty handy. You can actually go, because the guitar sounds so much different out there than it does in your hands. And when you're sitting in front of your amp, and you might not realize how good it does sound or how bad it sounds. So, one or the other. So my advice is to get one of those. And because I noticed, I don't, I should take my own advice, but when I was using it, we were with our group. We played a gig at a real nice place here in Paso, and I did that, and I realized, wow, I could make some adjustments to make that sound better out here, and that helped. That helped because it didn't sound like that when I'm sitting in front of the amp. For one thing, you're getting the sound off the top of your amp, generally speaking. And if you put your head right in front of the speaker, it's going to sound way different. And so I think getting out there to hear what that thing sounds like is probably a good idea. So that's one more thing to buy.
Just what I want. One more thing to buy.
Well,
isn't it sort of a general rule, Rich, is when you're sitting here in your studio and you've got your Henriksen and your art, your big Archtop, and you like those sort of like really deep mellow tones, and then you want to go out. If you're going out somewhere else, especially if there are other players around you, suddenly you get buried in the mix, right?
Yeah.
So it's sort of the general rule. You need to crank up your highs a little bit more.
Yeah, or roll off the lows.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, roll off the lows. I don't know about cranking the highs. Then you get the ice pick through the forehead. Yeah, roll off the lows.
Albert King.
That's why, on some of the amps, the tweed setting sometimes works really nice. Because it's a very flat sounding tweed, like on the Quilter had a tweed setting. And then it's got blackface and all, it's got a million things. But you get then you can hear the lower strings much better. Now, Gail says, I think when Rich is playing with a band, he needs a brighter sounding guitar to cut through the other instruments. If it's just a guitar, bass, and drums trio, sweet sounding guitar is great. She had to know. She's listened to a million configurations. Which reminds me, let's see, where is that? I did this gig. Here. I'm going to play a little bit of this, if you can stand it. End of story. Boy, that cymbal goes through, doesn't it?
That was a great solo.
Thanks. Yeah, that was that black guitar.
I was going to say the P90s, right?
Yeah.
That'll help you cut through. And the organ is supplying that lower tone that is going to knock some of your lows out if you're playing there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like on the... yeah. Yeah, that... So I forget what setting. I think I used the brown setting on that Quilter amp most of the time, which is kind of like a 60s Fender sound, I think. Not a 50s tweed, but more of the blonde. I forget what they call it. It's like an old Fender sound.
Is it like the old Fender Bassman sound?
Well, that's more like a tweed. There's another one in between. There's between that and the black face. They only made it a couple of years. It seemed like it. It was like the blonde. They call it blonde. There's tweed, blonde, and black. Yeah. Anybody know what song that was?
East of the Sun.
Well, that's close. It's west of the moon. No,
I missed it by one satellite.
no, it wasn't that. We had it at camp one year.
You'd be so nice.
No.
Crap.
That's it. Crap.
Crap. Oh, crap.
No.
Who wrote that? Who wrote that crap?
We've all written it at one point or another.
Let's see. I'm trying to get this off of my computer now. That was called Ladybird. Yeah, Tom, you got it? Hi, Don Spain, Tom Collins. It's a great song. You can solo on that for days, and it's just really a fun little song. Let's see. A wireless system is really nice for sound check, but when the room fills up, you have a good sound guy to adjust and add a little highs back in. Okay, so I think when Rich... Okay, I think that answers everybody. Ladybird. Okay. Well, now what? My grandma used to do this a lot.
I think Tom and Don get cookies.
Do they? Yeah, they do. They do get cookies. What do you think about the sound of this?
It's nice. I was thinking the low end just cuts, it doesn't boom at all. It cuts through nicely in the low end.
I was thinking about putting a P90 that fits into the, the humbucker hole. Those Dragonfire pickups, which now they've gone up in price because they used to be ridiculously cheap. You can get them on eBay. You could get a pair of them for $30 or something, but now they're I don't know, $75.
They make don't they make kind of a Charlie Christian style pickup that fits into the humbucker slot?
Yeah,
Good
you know,
things about that.
I had one of those once in a Super 400. It was okay. It didn't knock me out.
What about that humdinger you showed last week, or whatever it's called? It was like a
The Tone Writer? No.
yeah, it had like single rails on the treble strings.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that sounded good.
You like that?
That's the rail hammer.
The rail hammer.
Yeah.
I didn't think humdinger sounded quite right.
Humdinger. Give me a humdinger.
That's isn't that a little Debbie cupcake? Yeah. Yeah. Name that tune. We were thinking about doing that. Do you guys want to do that? Or do you want to do something else? Guys, want to hear any tune or anything? Or want to talk? Let's do a lesson. What do you want to do? Want to do a lesson on something? Lesson.
Yes.
Okay, lesson. Let's see. How about this? You know, when you have this chord here, which is basically G7, G13 flat 9. That particular chord is like an E chord with a G bass, and it comes right out of the diminished scale. So the diminished scale, if I went up in fourths, I would have a G, or minor thirds, G, and a B flat, and a D flat. So then I would have this. Don's got to head to a gig. See you, Don. Thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, so here's an E arpeggio. Here's a B flat. Here's a D flat. Here's a G. There's so many combinations of that little lick that you can do. Have you ever heard that? You've probably heard that on a TV show or on a film score or something. You hear that weird sound. So here's E. Here's B flat. Here's D flat. Let's go. Here's G. Here's C. Chord. So. Isn't that a cool sound? Let's go up. If you want to go up, we could do something like this. So let's G arpeggio. And then a B flat arpeggio. And then a D flat. And then an E. And then a G. B flat. D flat. E. So this chord There's two of the chords resolving to C. There's two of the chords resolving to C. Let's take a D flat and B flat. I don't think it'll sound good, but well. So those are the chords straight out of the diminished scale, the major chords of a diminished scale, F diminished. Or that's.
Could you run that by again? Which chords you were stacking?
Yeah.
It comes off you're coming off the F.
Well, it's F diminished or A flat diminished or whatever, or G dominant diminished, or however you want to look at it. So it basically you take your G chord and you're going. Let's say G goes to C. Right, you would go up. That's B flat. So now sounds like rock. All right, and then there's D flat. And then there's E. So E would be. So those are the four chords. G, B flat, D flat, E. So you play the arpeggios of those. I could do the roots of each one. Or I could do the root of one and the inversion of the other. Isn't that weird sounding? There you go, Locke. That's it. So you're taking all the chords, from the diminished scale, the major chords. So here I have it would be like this is flat 9 with a 13. It could look like this. I could go. Like that would be like maybe a Howard Roberts thing. He'd do something like that. You know what I mean? Or oh yeah. So look at anything you do like this. So let's say I go. Can you see that? Let's see. If I go. And then I go to an E chord. Now do the same thing 4 frets higher. Four frets higher. Ah. I think there's a lesson on the library about that, the major chords in the diminished scale. Because the permutations are just insane what you can do with that. if you want to. So if I have a, C chord and you want to play this diminished stuff around it, off the 5, you could go to town. Well, I think that about concludes our time together, gentlemen. What do you think? Anybody out there got any pressing questions? Tomorrow, remember, is our weekly support. Fancy, huh? So we can get together tomorrow and do some stuff if you've got some pressing questions.
Well, I'm going to go do some permutations in the parlor. That'll keep me busy.
That'll keep you busy. Let's see, I could do that, or I could go out and shovel snow.
Right. I've done that already.
Yeah. Just don't use your guitar to shovel the snow.
No.
Do you leave your guitar in your car when it snows?
Oh, no.
Not a good idea.
No.
It's funny, Larry Briggs with the all the guitar shows across the country that he puts on, he's got a trailer. He fills that thing up full of guitars, and he's all over the country, and that thing he'll sit out in the snow and everything else. It's freezing out. Could be 110 in Texas, and it's still sitting out there with these guitars. And he brings them to the show, and they all need work a little bit. They all need love. They need some love. They need strings. Half the time he doesn't even put on a full set of strings. The strings will break off. But in his defense, I don't think he cares if he sells them at all. And but it makes the display look really good because he's got a lot of them and a lot of nice ones too, or used to be nice, and he's always buying and selling. But he's got a big display then at his shows, so it's kind of cool. Nice guy, great guy. All right, well, here we go. Let's see. How many of these can I put you down for? What do you think, William? You want to buy this?
I tell you, man, I would love to buy that thing. Man, I mean, even before you got it playing, when you showed it, it was talking about what you was going to do to it. I wanted that guitar. I absolutely love it. I mean, for me, it is honestly absolutely perfect. It's beat up, it's scarred, it's been around. I mean, with this thing that I got here, like I said, I don't even like taking it outside, in the case. I don't even like bringing, but that thing there, yeah. If you cut me a sweet deal, let me make payments, I could do something, but I got some big medical bills coming up soon.
Yeah, you do. What kind of car you drive?
I got a Harley. I'll trade you a Harley for it.
Really?
A
Wow.
Harley trike, so you don't even have to put your feet down, Rich.
A Harley trike.
Yeah, I built it. It looks like something straight out of Mad Max.
Yeah,
What do you
can
think?
put a sidecar on it and put your guitars in it, Rich.
Yeah, Gail's been begging me for a Harley.
Gail would love it. It's got a sissy bar on it, a padded sissy bar.
Really?
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I don't like bugs in my teeth.
Well, out in Colorado, we don't have many bugs out here, so.
That's true.
Ever since Wes made that comment about old guys on Harleys, I've noticed he's exactly right. I've yet to see every guy I see in a Harley out here is like got some years on them.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And it's like, I always let's see, who was I just talking to? Oh, some kid who just got a Harley and stuff, and I said, man, something about four wheels. I kind of like four wheels, you know. Two wheels, you get some gravel. Three wheels isn't bad though.
No, it's
I
tell you when I clean it up to sell it, I'll send you a video. I'll send you a video of it so you can see it.
Okay.
It's a neat looking machine. It really is. It's a cool looking machine.
I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is.
But yeah, I can't ride it no more. So
Yeah, that's rough on your back.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I don't want to take no chances.
You need a Cadillac now, buddy.
Yeah, a stretcher that's inside of a Cadillac. That's
Oh, a hearse. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
well, maybe not a hearse yet.
not yet. No.
We'll all have our time with that. But
So what kind of price do you think you'll have on that L4 when you're ready to get rid of it?
you know, it'll be around 5.
You know, Rich, since we're talking about that guitar again, I wanted to ask you earlier, what did you discuss why you decided to cut into the top and put a pickup in like that instead of some kind of floating pickup?
Yeah, because number one, a guitar like this, you just can't find one with one pickup. They're non-existent. An L4 like this, year and all that. All the others are floaters. One thing I don't like about floaters, it's very hard to interchange them, and you don't have a whole lot of options. So interchanging this is no sweat. I even got it so do I have it hooked up to a thing? I think I do. Hooked up to a deal so you just hit a couple levers and you don't even have to solder a new pickup in. You know, just stick it in. And Wes, like I said, Wes Montgomery's guitar started off as an acoustic guitar, and then it was, I guess, put a pickup in it, and that was what's his Van Hughes that had discovered that, and he's an expert on all that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, let's do that. Let's just, because I was talking, you know, there's several eagles, golden eagles, with floaters, and they sound okay. You know, they're all right, but they could be a better sounding guitar, I think, if they had a floater in there. So I was talking to Nate, the luthier I like to use, and he was all set to cut this hole in there into this one, and I said, wait a minute, before we do that, let's try it on this one first. And yeah, and then you get a nice, like I had a Johnny Smith once that they had put 2 humbuckers in it. And the stupid thing is they put 2 Japanese humbuckers in there, just junk humbuckers, and so I replaced those. But they cut the braces. Just flat out just cut the braces. The guitar played fantastic, and it sounded good. And I sold it to one of my students, and at the time, I really didn't know about the brace thing, you know. It's like, oh, yeah, they cut in there, you know. It just it didn't bother me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it, you know. But, and I traded a nice guitar for it. I traded an or a ES5. Yeah, but anyway, so I bought it, got it, and then later on he was saying, "Oh, my luthier said the top is falling down and this needs to be braced and this and that and all that." And so I thought, yeah, that was Eddie. Are you on there? Yeah, I thought that guitar sounded great, but. You know, and like I said, I didn't really know that much about the top thing. So, but I would have liked to have that guitar back because I had gotten another Johnny Smith that they just put one pickup in, and they did it really nicely. So they actually didn't even go all the way through the top. So it was the routing in it was fantastic, but the that was a Johnny Smith that was like that. So anyway,
Rich, one of the reasons I got the Johnny Smith was when back in New York I used to play with Ronnie Ben-Hur, and he had a Johnny Smith, and I really liked the sound of it, and so when I got a chance I got one. But then I've looked at some of his publicity pictures that I get posts on, and he has a pickup that's set into the guitar. Now did they make Johnny Smiths with set-in pickups, or is that a modification he did or somebody did for him?
Boy, I don't know the answer to that. I've never seen. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe they made Johnny Smiths with set-in pickups at some point or some version of it.
No, the Johnny Smith, after the endorsement ran out, it became the what do they call that high-end guitar now?
Centurion or the
the Citation, is that it?
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah. That. Yeah. So. The Citation. So that became the Johnny Smith, and those still have floating pickups. Well, anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you later. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rich. Thanks a lot.